Welcome back to Break It Down. So, a new trend I've noticed is basically explaining what could be the missing Phase 6 MCU films and shows. So, I'm going to be explaining that today. This is going to be part one of a two-part series. Now, this isn't going to be Phase 6. Part 2 will be Phase 6. Part 1, which you're watching now, is going to be Phase 5. We already kind of have an idea, but this is a definitive where everything's going to be placed, where I think everything will be placed. But again, this is subject to change, and obviously the likelihood is that this isn't exactly what's going to be happening, and part of it is just going to be my opinion. So, don't start going, oh, this is confirmed to be what's going to be the slate, because it's not. And the likelihood is that none of this will be real, and none of this will be happening. This is just what is likely going to be the slate based on the order of when things are set to come out. So, Phase 5... I would start out with What If Season 2. Now, this has been confirmed for early 2023, so, January seems like a good spot to place it. And I also added dates for the series. Again, not official dates, but kind of an estimate of when these series might come out. So I placed What If Season 2 around January 11th, 2023. The first episode is going to be What If Captain Carter Fought the Hydra Stomper. We're going to get the origin of the Gamora from the What If Season 1 finale. And not much else. Some trailer footage showed the Asgardians and the Ten Rings fighting, so that's cool. And the series, who the main villain would be, not really sure, but I think the best idea is probably the other Watchers, who may come to have Uatu pay the price for intervening in Season 1. So the next project is the first film of Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now this will be confirmed to be coming out February 17th, 2023. The villain is going to be Kang the Conqueror, and it's going to kind of be the end of the Ant-Man franchise, or at this point, Ant-Man and the Wasp franchise. The idea is essentially Cassie Lang becomes Stature, and the crew kind of goes into the quantum realm. Also, it seems as though Cassie Lang is getting in prison. It's complicated, but according to some footage, we see that she has gotten into prison at some point, and Scott has to bail her out. This is definitely going to be, once again, more setup. Phase 4 and even Phase 5 is going to be full of setup for the Young Avengers. Obviously, in WandaVision, we got the introduction to Wiccan and Speed. In The Falcon and Winter Soldier, we got the introduction to Patriot, Elijah Bradley. In Loki, we got Kid Loki. In Hawkeye, we got Kate Bishop. In Miss Marvel, we got Kamala Khan. In Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, we got America Chavez. Spoiler for Thor: Love and Thunder, we have Heimdall's son and the adopted daughter of Thor. And all these other stuff that this film is probably also going to tie into, and it's probably also going to set up not only Kang as the villain, but also the Young Avengers. So the next series is Secret Invasion, the first live-action series of Phase 5. This is set for a spring 2023 release, so I put it in March 22nd. This series won't get renewed. I think it'll just be a limited series, and it will delve a lot into Nick Fury, so there's going to be a lot about that. Who the villain would be, I think is likelihood maybe could be Super Skrull, although that's unconfirmed. Super Skrull could be, I think, the main villain. But this series is been talked to kind of like, it's been talked about as a sort of similar to the Captain America the Winter Soldier movie, where it's kind of like a spy thriller in a way. The series probably will also have several cameos. Already confirmed is War Machine and Everett Ross, although we could also see characters like Captain Marvel and other characters. This could be a full-on, cameo full series. Plot-wise, there's not a lot known, and we don't have a lot of hints of what characters might appear. I think two characters that have not been confirmed and may not even appear, but I really want to appear, are Fitz and Simmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that would be really cool to see those two come in and play a role in this. I think that would be really cool. But, again, unconfirmed. Maybe even other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, maybe members of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s cast, who knows what could happen. But the next project is our next film of Phase 5, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the finale of the Guardians trilogy, coming out May 5th, 2023. This film has a lot to do. It has a lot to do. We're going to be exploring Rocket's origin with the High Evolutionary, who will probably be the main villain. Rumors have said that maybe Drax's daughter, Moondragon, from the comics will appear. And, also, it might connect to I Am Groot. I don't know. Not to mention, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is probably going to have some sort of tie into this. Adam Warlock will get introduced. Also the search for Gamora from Avengers Endgame. It's just, there's a lot of stuff to do. So, yeah. The next series is going to be Echo, which comes out, presumably, I put June 7th, 2023. Again, not much is known about it. We know Daredevil and Kingpin are going to be appearing in this series. Kingpin will probably be the main villain, and it's been rumored that Daredevil may be on a mission to find Jessica Jones. I think that will be only hinted at in this series, and that that will lead into his next project, Daredevil Born Again, which we'll talk about later. I don't know how really high stakes this series will be, or even if it has much, build up for anything in the future. But yeah, that's what I have for June 2023. Next up, we have The Marvels, which has got some major setup from Miss Marvel Season 1. That is coming in July 28th, 2023. I'm not really sure what the main villain would be. I don't know who the main villain is. But it will be a team-up film with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau, presumably Photon. And the film is set to bring in other characters like Valkyrie, Nick Fury, and other characters. Maybe War Machine, I don't know. But yeah, that's coming in July 2023. It'll explore Kamala's powers more. So next is Loki Season 2, which I put as August 9th, 2023. Again, not much is known about this. I don't even know, I think this will probably be another project where Kang is the villain. Maybe not the same Kang as Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Perhaps we'll learn that there are two different Kangs, one in Quantumania and the other in the Loki series, both of which get defeated in Quantumania and Loki Season 2. Perhaps this is the final season again. Loki Season 3 has not been confirmed, but it is possible. And so, not sure what the cliffhanger possibly leading into Season 3 would be. So, there's that. So this series, again, I don't know much because I didn't really see this series. But I do know that Magneto is set to be leading the X-Men in this series. Again, it's not an official MCU series. I placed it September 22nd, 2023. And like other shows, it will be on Fridays. I think that's a more likely thing. So, the MCU shows can be on Wednesdays. The other shows can be on, Fridays or something. That might work a bit better so that they can kind of have, a differentiation from it. But that's all. I don't have the second season on here, even though the second season has been confirmed. But I'm not going to include that right here just because, again, I don't really know. Probably in September 2024 would be likely. But again, I don't know. So next up, the final movie of 2023 is Blade. This may include The Black Knight. And it's coming out November 3rd. Perhaps Dracula could be the main villain. Again, we don't know much about this film either, but it's been confirmed for a while, and we're finally going to be getting it at the end of 2023. The last project of 2023, coming out almost or over a year after her debut, Ironheart, I believe will probably come out in November 22nd, 2023, and will be, I think, a great idea for a villain is White Tiger. Anthony Ramos has been cast presumably in the villain. I believe one idea could be the White Tiger, and that this character, perhaps in Wakanda Forever, Shuri reveals that a prototype suit of the Black Panther called the White Tiger suit has been stolen, and Ironheart goes on a mission to track down that person. So that's the idea that I have for that series. Not much is known about the series either. In fact, not much is known about anything really in any of these shows. So the first thing of 2024 is Agatha Coven of Chaos, a spinoff from WandaVision, coming out January 17th. Again, not much is known about the show, in fact, barely anything. But presumably, Agatha is going to escape the Westview Hex and cause chaos, maybe creating a new coven in her image. The next film is February 23rd, 2024, the first film of 2024. Again, it's not been confirmed if there will be a film in February, but I think an idea could be Deadpool 3 in February 2024. Again, not been confirmed, but I think that would be a great idea. Bring him in as sort of a midpoint of Phase 5. Then another show that would come out on Fridays, technically an MCU show, but March 15th, 2024, Daredevil Born Again. This series is going to be the longest MCU Disney Plus show ever, with 18 episodes. So that's going to be a long show. But it'll probably focus around Daredevil searching for Jessica Jones. Maybe Kingpin will be the villain again. I don't know. Maybe they might go for something else like The Hand. They might go for, like, a different villain instead of Kingpin, because, like, you know, at this point, Kingpin was the villain of Hawkeye and Echo, so maybe they will do something else. The next series is Spider-Man Freshman Year, which I put, again, on a Friday, April 12th, 2024. This is going to be an interesting show because it's a what-if show, in a way, but not much is known about this show other than some villains and some characters. Next, the first confirmed film of 2024, Captain America New World Order, coming May 3rd, 2024. This film will probably focus more on Sharon Carter and the Power Broker, and maybe setting up the new Avengers. I could see that being a thing where, like, a year before, you know, the whole Kang Dynasty, we get the beginning of the new Avengers with this, and I think that would make a lot of sense. So that's what we got for that film, because the Thunderbolts will be its own thing. However, this summer, 2024, will be the summer of Earth-based stuff, because the next project is Armor Wars, the show that's been delayed so much that we don't even know when it's coming out. It's going to be coming out like over a year after projects that were announced alongside it, which is crazy. But I was like, as soon as we can get this show, so I placed it on June 5th, 2024, and hopefully we get a bit of development on Rhodey, because that would be really cool. Maybe we can get MODOK coming back after Quantumania, because he has been announced for that film. Maybe this could introduce Patriot. I don't know. Maybe it could be doing some other stuff. Or it can set up the next project in the MCU, the next film in Phase 5, The Thunderbolts, which is going to be the final film of Phase 5, coming July 26th, 2024. This film will be a game changer, not in a big way, but like it'll be sort of like a Suicide Squad thing. A whole bunch of villains coming together under the leadership probably of Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. We could have characters like Abomination, U.S. Agent. I don't know. They could do a whole bunch of stuff. And this could be a big deal for the MCU. It's doing their first ever villain solo film. Phase 6 will be the next video. So look out for that one, because that's coming probably tomorrow. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all then.